The CB&Q Zephyrs were always the railroad's stars, as passengers would ride these road runners at a top speed of 78 miles per hour to their destinations. While the Zephyr brand lasted, they had several famous trains that they operated, like the Silver Streak Zephyr linking from Lincoln to Kansas City, and later being used as a title in Paramount's 1934 film The Silver Streak, which was portrayed by the pioneer Zephyr. The Nebraska Zephyr linking from Chicago to Lincoln, and the Twin Cities Zephyr that ran from Chicago all the way to the Twin Cities in Minnesota, with one going in the morning and one going in the afternoon. All of these Zephyrs left their mark in the railroad's chapbook as historic named streamliners. However, among the streamliners of the Zephyrs, one of them barely got the spotlight. And by that, I mean they faded out of existence before hitting chains and being buried forever. This Zephyr being the Ozark State's Zephyr. It was one of the brand new names of the Zephyr family, however it would only operate for barely a year before being retired. The Oswald State Zephyr was jointly created along with another Zephyr called the Sam Houston Zephyr in the 1930s, by reusing the same equipment of the cities, including the main locomotives such as CB&Q 9901 and CB&Q 9902 specifically. The train will usually consist of a lead locomotive in the front, a baggage car, a buffet car, and an observation car at the tail end. It was opened for service on December 20th, 1936, departing from St. Louis, Missouri to Kansas City, with a morning and evening run cycles in between. At the inauguration of the train, it was welcomed by Governor-elect Lloyd C. Stark and his daughter Molly Stark, who rode the train on its opening run, with much positive reception. In September of 1938, the CB&Q and Alton Railroad increased the state Zephyr services from once a day to twice a day, with the CB&Q Zephyr locomotive number 9903 adding to the contest, resulting in the renaming of the Twin Zephyrs. Local advertisements called the Zephyrs the morning and afternoon Zephyrs, while remaining similar practices like the Twin Cities Zephyrs. However, when 1939 came, things took an unexpected turn. The Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy was ready to welcome a new train called the General Pressure Zephyr that runs a very similar service of the Ozark State Zephyr, but under a very different consist. So, wanting to welcome this new Zephyr, the CB&Q and Alton Railroad discontinued the train on April 30th, 1939, after running a short lifespan of 3 years. That's right, 3 years! Yes, it holds the record, doesn't it? The General Pressure Service resumed the Kansas to St. Louis route, while the Mark I Zephyr was reformed back to its former glory. So, while the train received positive reviews from passengers and railroad officials alike, the time for its replacement came a bit too soon, especially when the train was getting used to the new lines across the plain fields of Missouri. While the train may have faded into the darkness of its new replacement, it would always remain in the foot of railroad history as one of Burlington and Quincy's shortest-lived Zephyrs. If you want more future content from this channel, please click the like and subscribe button.